Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Oh yeah, it is Flaming Monday. I am flaming everybody. Everybody is getting burnt today. So if you're in my path, you're finna get burnt today. I already had to get on Sean. You my brother. I love you. But what you said was out of line, my brother. And I put you in your place. So whenever you want to debate me when we have a StreamYard again, I will be gladly to annihilate you. So now, let's get on to the next segment. And I don't forget, I keep going with mine. So we can keep going. Now, this is the thing. It's funny to me how Deshaun Watson has been turned into the bad guy, but Carson Wentz isn't getting talked about. I'm not hearing Dick Vermeil come out and say anything about Carson Wentz. I'm not even hearing Brett Favre say anything about Carson Wentz. And don't give me that crap about Doug Peterson didn't call up. Look, it ain't even about that. They got rid of Doug Peterson and they trying to repair it, but he says, I still want to be traded. And he's expected to be traded in the next coming days. While D4, which is being thrown through the mud because he's asking for a trade because they didn't even take the time to hire or interview any minority general managers or presidents or minority coaches. So let's be honest here. The double standard is real, okay? The double standard is real. I understand what it is. I understand how people will poo-poo on something or they'll look at something else in the words of Rob Parker, poo-poo on something or no way, no how. But I don't see the same energy. And this is what I'm saying. People love to spew stuff behind keyboards and be keyboard warriors, but when their feet are to the fire, when people are bringing that flame to their house, they can't deal with it. They cave, they crawl to their little hole, and then they disappear. Then they want to come back later acting like nothing happened. That's not what this channel is about. This channel is for everybody. And I'm going to attack the issues that are at hand. I am sick and tired of the media continuing to do what they continue to do, which is paint this white person as God and paint the black guy as the bad guy. And that's what they love to do. Now, everyone is trying to say, like I seen this post by my boy Rick Turner, Todd Bowles is the real MVP of the Super Bowl. Todd Bowles isn't the MVP of the Super Bowl. Tom Brady put the points on the board. That Super Bowl, as much as I love Todd Bowles, to me, Todd Bowles should get a head coaching job, by the way. He should have never got fired from the Jets. He had a sorry-ass Sam Darnold and a sorry-ass offense. So he should have got a chance. Now, Tom Brady proved, like I said in my last video, him and Kobe are the same. It is not Michael or Tom. Michael and Joe Montana are more alike because they're loved. They're beloved by everybody. Tom Brady was in controversy with the Spygate, the Deflategate, crushed, ruined his name, still was winning. Kobe Bryant said he couldn't win without Shaq, said he couldn't do this, went through the sexual accusations, came up and won 3 finals appearances, 2 championships. Should have had 3 finals, should have had a 3-peat, but we know what happened with the Chris Paul situation, and we know what happened the first time they played Boston. Pau Gasol and the rest of the supporting cast folded like an air balloon if you actually watched the game. Now, it is not going to be the same energy for Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is a guy who I do not have a problem with. I always supported Carson Wentz. I believe he's a decent to good quarterback. I believe he just wasn't in the right situation. And I felt like when he had his running game the year he got hurt that they won the Super Bowl, he was having an MVP season and his running game was doing their job. Deshaun Watson is a guy who I think is better than Carson Wentz. I think he's in the top 3 or 4 best quarterbacks right now in the league. And I love his poise. I love how he handles the pressure and how he was able to try to carry that team on his back, albeit they had injuries. And then Will Fuller got busted for taking performance-enhancing drugs. And then defensively, they were just a wreck the whole year. Now, this is the thing. I want the media to keep the same energy. Don't be trying to deflect by letting Deshaun get blasted, but you're not blasting Carson Wentz. Dick Vermeil, I want to know where your soliloquy is at. Where's your soliloquy saying that, well, you signed the contract? Because Carson Wentz signed the contract, I believe, a year or two ago, and he's still under contract. So where are his Pampers at? Huh? Where's his Pampers at? Kurt Warner, all of you guys, like Brett Favre, like all of you guys, like where's your where's the same energy for Carson Wentz? Oh, it's not going to be any energy to Carson Wentz because he's the good old typical prototypical white boy quarterback, and that's a shame. That's a shame that you guys are bypassing this and not taking any flack or giving any flack to this guy. And then Chris Berman, you make me sick. You always been a racist. The way you treated Jamel Hill, and then now you're trying to make an excuse for Andy Reid's son or daughter when they were in the wrong. They were messed up, tore up, and they killed the family. The son. That's his fault. Andy Reid knew what happened. He could have took a leave of absence. He could have sat his fat ass home. He didn't. He wanted to go coach. That ain't have nothing to do with why they lost. Andy Reid has always been overrated. He did this in Philly. He's the reason nobody wants McNabb in the Hall of Fame. They trying to blame McNabb when he was the one calling these garbage plays. And then the general manager, Howie Roseman, who is still there. I don't know how he keep his job. Oh, I know why. He's white. So he's continued to give them sorry receivers. Then they got T.O. until T.O.'s coon ass threw his quarterback under the bus like he always does. Throw people under the bus. Always deflects blame instead of taking the blame because he's a big bitch. That's all he is a big crybaby. Now, Andy Reid is a bum. He's always been a bum. He's John Madden. That's all he is. He's just like John Madden. John Madden for years was choking just like Andy Reid. He finally won his Super Bowl. Everybody wanted to give him a pat on the back because he's the average American, like my boy Detroit T said. The average American who's a loser. And that's what he is. Because the average American, we're losers. We're not supposed to win. We're not supposed to be in the big mansions and have the Lamborghinis and have the fine wife, the trophy wife and all of that. We're not supposed to be a part of that dream. Now, keep that same energy. That's all I say. Like Steven Jackson said, keep that same energy because I see you and I'm blasting the media all year. I don't care if I got 1 subscriber or 100 million. I'm going to blast you guys. I'm going to continue to talk about how you guys have continued to do blacks and entertainers as well as athletes. Media does not just go to sports. It goes to the news. It goes to entertainment, the movies and things like that. That is all media. Multi-ethnical destruction in America. That is what we're a part of. And please stop with the crap of saying that we hate Patrick. Patrick Mahomes is biracial. He is not a Negro. All right. He is half rich cracker and he is half black. He is a biracial mulatto. He's a mulatto. Okay. And he chills with the white side of his family more than he does the brother side. So I went with Tom Brady because Brady earned his championships. Unlike that bum who plays basketball, who shall forever remain nameless, but he rocks a number 2-3. First, he wanted to be Jordan. Couldn't do it. Then he wanted to be AI. Nobody liked him. Then he wants to be Kobe. They definitely blasted him after that. He don't even know who he wants to be. He has an identity crisis. He's so mentally weak. But this is a brother who y'all want to support and look up to. I don't look up to him. I look up to my parents. I look up to my sister. I look up to my family. I don't look up to these athletes. I've never looked it up to an athlete growing up, and I still won't. Athletes are nothing but tools being promoted to distract us from the bullshit that is going on in the media and the world. And until you open your eyes and understand this business is controlled, you're going to continue to be stuffed up the booty. Thank you for listening. I'm out. That's my public service announcement. HDeezy.